What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So I've been seeing a lot about Terra Luna Classic to a penny, Terra Luna Classic to 10 cents, Terra Luna Classic to $1. And what I've been seeing more of recently is Terra Luna Classic to all-time highs. And I understand that Terra Luna Classic back to all-time highs would be absolutely phenomenal because you would have massive gains from where we are here today. Um, you would see $120, that it would get to. And as you're holding millions, you would have a massive bag, and people probably would sell along the way. But can we honestly get back to the all time highs of $120? Or maybe even more than that, or just saying the all time highs of market cap? Can we get back to that point? Well, let's talk about both, and we can just have a full discussion. I guess you guys can have a discussion in the comment section, since I'm recording this video, pre-recording this video, and putting it out there. But yeah, let's talk about Terra Luna Classic. Guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, make sure you guys check out some of the links down below. It does help out the channel. And if you guys want to follow me on Twitter at Perry8K, you can follow me over there. Don't forget about some of the links that are in the description for my Patreon, for my referral links, as well as, like I said in my last video, a lot of people are buying the wallet that I have below. I've had so many sales of that wallet, and it's because I talked about it. I got to go get it because it is a really, really good wallet. It's slim, and I feel like you have a lot of spaces for how slim it actually is. But I don't want to sit here and keep pitching this wallet. Buffway, if you guys want to sponsor me, I will, do something with you guys because I really do like your product. But I'm sure they're not going to see this. Anyways, let's talk about Terra Luna Classic in this video because it's definitely a question that we receive a lot, is around, will it get back to all-time highs? Will we see it absolutely pump, get back to higher market caps, all of those other things that we really want to question here? Because honestly, investors are looking for gains. And when you have the opportunity to gain, hundreds or thousands or tens of thousands of percent, you're going to take it, right? Anybody's going to take it, right? I gained 70,000% from my lowest point of investing to my highest point that it got to, which was fantastic to see. Now, if I would have invested more, then I would have seen so much more of a gain. Everybody knows the story, the fact that my bank wouldn't allow me to purchase more. So that's the reason why I didn't purchase more. It wasn't because I chose not to. I tried to, and they said no. And by the time I got to the point to where I did have the money, it was already back up to a higher point. And yes, I still would have made money from it, but it wouldn't have been at my cost basis. So I would have never invested, and I didn't. So anyways, it's enough of that story. Terra Luna Classic is currently, at how many zeros? 4 zeros, 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros, 84.99. We saw this at a high point of 3 zeros and a 6.5, I believe. And a low point that we saw, which they're going to list the low point, all-time low, at 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros, 16, which the low was actually 6 zeros. 6 is where I bought. That was what my cost basis was. I spent $43 on what was it? 63 million. I think it was that 63 million coins. So it was around that level where I had 6 zeros. It was the lowest point that I've ever seen this. And obviously, it made sense because it dropped down so low. Nobody believed in it. I bought into it at those prices. Now, at that point, I truly believed that this could easily get back to a $120 price, because the idea that we had, like I said in my last video, was to burn off this entire supply, right? And we had a structure, right? You saw millions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars worth of volume, actually billions of dollars worth of volume that was flowing through it. And it made sense if you can see a 1.2%, and you had CZ that came out and said that he would support it, kind of hinted to it. You had KuCoin that said that they would support it, kind of hinted to it as well. And then you had MEXC, you had all these other exchanges that said they would end up doing this, but ended up not doing it because I believe we didn't have a true path of where we're going to go, right? They wanted to see the 1.2 implemented for a while, and then they would find a way to implement it. But because of what we did as a community and our indecisiveness, we decided to X the 1.2 and turn it to a 0.2% because Binance said, oh, well, we need other exchanges to also agree upon this. They didn't say that they weren't going to do it. They said that other exchanges have to agree upon it, and then we would end up seeing the 1.2%. But we took it as, oh, they're not going to do it because it's too high. And that's where our path changed, and every other exchange was like, they don't know what they're doing. We're not gonna push to do this 1.2% at all. So that was a big issue that we saw with this position, and I thought that we can get to a $120 price, back to that market cap, back to that lower supply. And then that started to kind of dissipate, started to diminish, and I feel like when you see the community that's kind of in separate paths, and going to focus on community versus focusing on utility versus focusing on the burns and getting it back to normal, kind of where we were, that's where it started to push me back. Now, I still felt like if we found a way to get exchanges on board, or if we saw enough on-chain volume, we could still see the burns and get us to that level. So it definitely was possible. I put out a couple of videos talking about how getting back to some of these prices may not be ridiculous. But now we are in a situation where we are a year later. We had a 1.2% tax. We had a 0.2% tax. That 0.2% tax, we also had where it was a like 50-50 split or something. And then we had where it was a, I think 70-30 or something like that, or 90-10. And now it's up to a 0.5% tax. So things have changed drastically, right? We saw different forms of utility, and different people come on, different people that explain that we would see a certain repeg. So we have so many different paths to take that it seems like everything is just clouded. And I've talked about this in previous videos. So if you want to go and check those out, feel free to check those out. But since we are so indecisive, right? Not just looking at a prediction based on price, because the price can move, everything can get back to normal. It can get back to a higher market cap based on what we have there, right? Utility wise. Also, what we have community wise. Like, we have a ton of people that are invested into this, that are staked into this, that believe into it. But the point is that I would have to say that I don't believe the $120 price that we saw this at, right? If we go down here, we're going to see the all-time low that we had, or all-time high, was $119.18. It's down 100%. Okay, the all-time low that we saw, again, you saw that they only have 4 zeros. It was 6 zeros. So that all-time high would be a $40 billion market cap. But as of right now, if we're looking for this to even get back to $1, it would be a $7 trillion market cap. So imagine what it would be at 119 of those dollars, right? Just multiply that by 119, and basically that's what you end up getting. I don't know what that is, but that's what you end up getting. So no, it's not possible at these stages. But if we can see more and more burns, which we are seeing an increase in burns as of late, it's still not enough to get us to that level anytime soon. And somebody said in the live stream that it may take us, it may be my grandchild, that, or my grandchild, or my child's child that will end up benefiting from this. And it may be true, depending on what happens here, right? If burns continue to increase, maybe exchanges get on board and implement this. It could totally happen. So can it? Yes, it can. Do so many things have to happen in order for that to happen? Yes. You have to see the burns that increase. You have to see exchanges that get on board with burning Terra Luna Classic per transaction. You have to go through the fact that the community stays strong and more people decide to invest into this. Staking stays strong and people are still gathering rewards, as well as holding with certain validators. Also, the path remains the same, which is the most important piece. If the path does not remain the same, if we do not understand that it is about recovery first, utility second, and then obviously seeing those gains and hopefully just continuing to see this thing move. If we don't focus on those two things, or those three things, really, we're not going to see this get to that $120 price. But honestly, I don't think all of you will be holding at that $120 price. If you have it at $1 right now, that's $54 million for me. Will I be holding all of it? No. I told people about that. I have a full spreadsheet about exactly what I would be holding, right? And it changes from time to time, and I expect yours to change too. And that's what makes it successful. That's what makes the burn successful as we're going through transactions. You're the one that's deciding to sell or rebuy, or sell or rebuy, and having a certain tax with it, 1.2%, 0.5%, whatever it is. So can it happen? Yes. Will it happen? It depends. So guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, make sure you check out some of the links down below. I appreciate all of your time. And yeah, I hope you guys, see a lot of success within Terra Luna Classic, but only time will tell. So I'll catch you guys in the next video.